Welcome to StarWatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
Welcome back to StarWatch Now, where stories are not just told, they unfold. What does it really mean to dominate Paris Fashion Week? Not attend, not impress, but dominate. This year, one name echoed far beyond the runway, across cameras, conversations, and continents. Wang Yibo did not simply arrive in Paris, he reshaped the narrative. From the moment he stepped into the spotlight, something felt different. It was not just the outfit, not just the presence, but an energy that blurred the line between celebrity and artistry. Foreign media did not just notice him. They paused, they watched, and they spoke. Words like living painting and walking fashion magazine were not casually given. They were earned in real time. In a space where global icons gather, where every detail is scrutinized, Wang Yibo stood out without trying too hard. And perhaps that is what made it so powerful. This is not just a story about fashion. This is a story about influence, identity, and a quiet kind of dominance that speaks louder than noise. So, what exactly happened in Paris, and why is the world still talking about it? At the heart of it all was a look that seemed simple at first glance, yet revealed layers of intention the longer you looked. A royal blue outer layer, calm yet commanding, resting over a muted military green hoodie, softened by a subtle grey-white mid-layer. On paper, it might sound complex, even excessive. Yet, in motion, it felt effortless, light, almost weightless. This careful balance between structure and ease reflected something deeper, a visual dialogue between discipline and freedom. It echoed the spirit of French relaxed elegance while quietly carrying an Eastern sense of restraint and harmony. The styling did not overwhelm, it invited observation. Every fold, every color transition felt deliberate without appearing forced. What made this moment resonate even more was not just how he looked, but how he moved within the space. While many attend such events as observers, Wang Yibo shifted roles in a way that felt both natural and unexpected. With a Leica M11 camera in hand, he was no longer just part of the scene. He became someone documenting it. This subtle transformation added a narrative layer rarely seen. It suggested curiosity, engagement, and respect for the craft itself. He was not there merely to be seen, but to see, to capture, to participate. That quiet shift changed the entire perception of his presence. International media quickly responded, not with exaggerated headlines, but with a tone of genuine intrigue. Descriptions leaned toward artistry rather than celebrity. There was an appreciation for the balance he carried, the contrast between a composed exterior and moments of warmth that appeared unexpectedly. A calm profile paired with a soft, almost disarming smile created a dynamic that felt human, approachable, yet still elevated. It was this duality that kept cameras focused and conversations flowing. Position also spoke volumes, though nothing was explicitly stated. Sitting among key figures, sharing space with influential names, and being given early access to seasonal pieces signaled a level of trust and recognition within the industry. These are details that do not shout, yet they carry weight. They reflect a relationship built over time, a quiet acknowledgement of relevance on a global stage. Outside the venue, The atmosphere mirrored what was happening within. The energy was not chaotic, but undeniably charged. Voices calling out his name, lenses turning in unison, small moments of excitement shared between strangers. It created a sense of connection, not just between artist and audience, but among the audience themselves. A shared recognition that something meaningful was unfolding, even if it was difficult to define in words. What makes this story particularly compelling is how it extends beyond fashion. It touches on a broader conversation about cultural exchange and evolving perspectives. There is a growing space where Eastern sensibilities and Western frameworks meet, not in competition, but in collaboration. Wang Yibo's presence seemed to embody that intersection, not as a statement, but as a natural outcome of authenticity. He did not appear to adjust himself to fit the environment. Instead, the environment adjusted to include him. There is also something to be said about restraint. In a world that often rewards excess and exaggeration, his approach felt measured. No dramatic gestures, no overwhelming attempts to command attention. And yet, attention followed. This quiet confidence created a different kind of impact, one that lingers rather than fades. It invites reflection rather than immediate reaction. Another subtle but powerful element was consistency. Whether captured in carefully composed photographs or candid, unfiltered moments, there was a sense of continuity. The image did not rely on editing or enhancement. It held its presence across different perspectives, reinforcing a sense of authenticity. In an era where perception can shift with a single frame, this consistency becomes a rare strength. Beyond the visuals and reactions, there is an underlying narrative of growth. Moments like these do not happen in isolation. They are the result of accumulated experience, evolving understanding, and a willingness to explore new dimensions. From performer to observer, from participant to storyteller, the roles continue to expand, and with each expansion comes a deeper connection to the audience. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect is how this moment continues to resonate even after the event has passed. Conversations remain active, interpretations continue to evolve, and the imagery stays vivid in collective memory. It is not just about what was seen, but what was felt, a sense that something shifted, however subtly, in how presence and influence are perceived. As we look back, it becomes clear that this was not a single highlight, but a collection of moments woven together. Each detail, each reaction, each quiet gesture contributed to a larger picture. A picture that does not demand attention, but naturally holds it. And in that sense, the idea of dominance takes on a different meaning. Not forceful, not loud, but undeniable. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most talked about moments in global fashion, don't forget to support StarWatch Now by subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you stories that go beyond the surface. Stories that connect, inspire, and spark conversation. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Stay curious, stay inspired, and we look forward to seeing you in the next story.